You know, I want to share something with you guys real quick. Rita and I, we were 31 years old when we got introduced into Primerica. So I want you to understand something. There's a lot of people out there, because I hear this all the time. You know, oh, everybody's heard of Primerica. Everybody's heard. Rita and I were 31 years old. We owned our own home. We had nice cars. We had 2 children. We're making over $100,000 a year. And we've never heard of the word Primerica. As a matter of fact, we've never even heard of multi-level. We didn't know what it was. So when people said, is that one of those pyramid things? We said, what do you mean? Like, we had no clue. Like in Cairo, those pyramids, we didn't know what you were talking about, right? So when you're out there and your people are saying, there's a lot of people out there that have heard of Primerica, we've never heard of it. We didn't even know. We didn't even know what you guys sold. It was crazy. So like, you know, we went to, my neighbor comes over to a KT, did that. I used to make $500 a week at a grocery store, working night crew. So the power of Primerica, I want you guys to understand, what we do for people's lives is incredible. Not just selling the insurance and investments, but how do you change people's lives? Look, the RVP that sat down with me, his name was Carmen Ranella. He passed away 6 months after I went RVP. He didn't change my life by selling me life insurance. I'm still alive. He changed my life by giving me an opportunity. That's the power of Primerica. So real quick, my talk is going to be on winning without having to be smart. And the reason why I titled it that is because I didn't go to any college. As a matter of fact, the high school I come from, I don't think anybody went to college. It just wasn't that neighborhood, right? And there was no college that was going to accept my 1.8 GPA. So that's why 6 months ago when I bought my Maserati Gran Turismo MC Sport, my license plate says 1.8 GPA. And I love it. Here's the best part. When I'm driving down the street, oh, I wish you guys could be in the car with me. When I'm driving down the street and I come to a red light and I look in my rearview mirror, I'll see a dad. Several times, dad's in the driver's seat. He looks at my license plate with disgust. And he hits his son in the shoulder and goes, like, look at this fool. And the son brings out his cell phone, starts taking pictures, he's got a big old smile. I love that. I love it every time. So winning without having to be smart. Because look, it doesn't matter how smart you are. It's these things is what I learned outside of college that helped us become successful. And we're nowhere where we want to be, but we're on the path where we want to be. So the first thing I'm talking about is being coachable. You got to be coachable. Look, the key to being successful in Primerica is you got to be coachable, and you can't have 9 coaches, guys. You can't be listening to different philosophies. Because look, Costco sells one type of ketchup. You go to Costco, they have one type of ketchup. That's it. Vaughn's grocery store has 18 different types of ketchup. They have ketchup, catsup, low salt, ketchup with no ketchup. I'm like, 15 different types of ketchup. But understand, they both make a lot of money selling ketchup. But you can't do both styles at the same time. Are you with me? So if you want to be coachable, you got to be coachable to one style, stick to that style, and be careful listening to too many coaches. My coach has always been Rick and Bridget Miller. I don't know where you guys are at over here, but those have always been my coaches. They were the one that raised me in the business and showed me how to be successful here. So second thing you got to have is you got to take the initiative. You got to have the initiative to keep moving forward, to make sure you're the one that goes, okay, I'll go do it first. You know, I always remember prospecting. You go to a mall or something like that and prospect. You got your 3 guys in the car, and we're going to go talk to people, and they stand behind you like little chicks, right? I'm like, go do it first. I'm like, okay, I'll take the initiative. I'll go out there, and I'll show you guys how it's done. You got to have those guts to go out and do those things, right? Next thing you got to have is you got to have the passion. You got to be passionate about what you're doing. People follow passion. I don't care what someone's talking, and they're talking with the passion, and they feel that in their heart. They're going, I'm in. What do you guys sell, by the way? It doesn't even matter. I'm down. Let's do this thing, right? You got to be passionate, because if you're not passionate in front of your people, if they don't feel that about you, they're not going to follow you. Next thing is you got to be courageous. You got to have courage. If you're not a courageous person, keep moving forward. Keep doing those things that you got to do. Look, I was so afraid to go full time. I'll never forget the day. We're in the back alley at Rick Miller's office, and he goes, "Come on, we got to go to the back." And I'm like, "Oh, I know what this means. I'm going to get chewed out." So he's telling me, "You got to go full time." And I was scared. I'm not going to lie. I was scared to go full time. I thought I had a good job with benefits, right? So those benefits are horrible. I realize that now that I have good benefits. And so I said, "Okay, I'll do it." Then I was afraid to go RVP. Second step is I was afraid to have my wife go full time. It terrified me because I meant, man, we have no more stable income. Now it's 100% commission. That scared me. Second, the next thing that scared me was going RVP. What if I fail? What are people going to say about me? The next thing was getting my own office. I remember sitting in my first office. It was a dark, abandoned warehouse-looking room. It hasn't been refinished yet. And I remember sitting there literally crying, going, I know I have to do this, but man, this is scary. My rent for my house for my apartment was more than my house payment. But you have to keep moving forward with courage, right? You got to have encouragement. You got to be that person. You got to be the Morpheus for your people. You got to go out there, man, you could do this. I believe in you. Everything in your past. What I like to do with my people, just as a tip, is I like to find out what they have been successful in their past and say, look, everything you've ever tried, everything you've ever worked hard on, everything you've ever done in your life that you gave it 100%, you've become successful. You made the varsity basketball team. You made the varsity baseball team because you worked hard. And you understand that if you keep working like that here, there's no way you can fail. And you can see their shoulders lift like, thank you. It's encouragement. I don't care if they're 6'3", muscle-bound, UFC fighter. They walk into your room all ripped and shred. And even that person's going, tell me I could do this. Please believe in me. You've got to encourage your people, because at every given moment, there's going to be a moment in their career where they just don't believe in themselves anymore. And you got to be there. Some of the greats in Primerica have been on this stage saying, even I didn't believe in myself. Thank God for somebody else to believe in me. Number 6 is you got to have credibility. You want to win in life, you got to have credibility. Because if you're not a credible person, people just think you're a flake. You can't be that flake. You got to be a person of your word. When you say you're going to do it, do it. It's not that difficult, guys. Credibility is the key to having success and perseverance. You keep fighting forward. I understand we all have drama. We all have problems. Guess what? Billionaires have problems and drama too. It never goes away. Biggie sang the song wrong. It's not more money, more problems. It's more problems, more money. Because the more problems you can handle in life, the more money you're going to make, the more success you're going to have. You have to have perseverance, right? Last thing is integrity. The next thing is integrity. You got to be that person that you would do no matter what you would do with or in front of somebody or behind somebody's back. Integrity is huge, because once you burn somebody, they will never forget it. Do 99 things right and one thing wrong, they'll never forget the one thing you did wrong. You have to have that integrity within yourself. Attitude. You got to have the right attitude. You got to always be positive every single moment of the time. No matter what happens, there's got to be a pony in there somewhere, man. And every time you look at your life, you can't connect the dots going forward, but you can connect the dots going backward. Look, the reason why I'm standing here today in front of you guys is my amazing wife's, her father passed away in an accident when she was 13 years old. If that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't be in Primerica. There's 18 things that had to happen, but that's what initiated it, because when her father passed away, she moved to the wrong side of the tracks and met me. And the last thing is belief. You got to believe it's true. You got to believe it could happen for you. You got to believe that this thing is for you. You can't put doubt in your head. One drop of poison ruins the whole gallon of water. That belief, that lack of belief will kill your business. No matter what happens, keep moving forward. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And if you keep believing that way, it will happen. Look, our job, you've heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's not our job. Our job is to make that horse thirsty. It will drink. You got to get people to want to do this business. You got to get them to want to believe in themselves, because this is the greatest opportunity on the planet. Guys, we have Ortega's here, Flores here, Pena's here, Rodriguez here, and we get to change their lives. That's the specialness of Primerica. Don't ever give up on your people. Keep fighting forward and go change people's lives. Thank you.